Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's give folks just another second here to join Zoom. I'm really happy to see so many familiar names in attendance this morning. Hello, hello. Okay, so today we're here to introduce you to something that's going to hopefully improve how you discover and access scientific literature, Article Galaxy's new AI-powered search capabilities. Before we dive in, quick housekeeping items. So this webinar is being recorded. So I'll be sending out the recording a few hours after the webinar is over. If you want to rewatch any specific part, share it with your colleagues. We've got you covered. We will have dedicated time for your questions at the end of the webinar, but feel free to add your questions down on Zoom where it says Q&A as soon as they come up, just so you don't forget about them. Also, the live chat is enabled more for technical questions or something. I'll be monitoring that in case you need anything additional. Okay, let's look at the agenda here. So in just a moment, I'll introduce our speaker. As you can see, we have someone else on the call here today. From there, we'll dive into kind of like the status quo that we see of scientific literature search. We'd love to hear from you there. And then really the heart and the main part of this webinar will be that introduction to Article Galaxy search, the new and updated search. We'll do a live demonstration. We'll be talking about key features, benefits of this new search, and some strategies how to find results more easily and quickly. And then from there, as I mentioned, we'll have that live Q&A to answer all of your questions. Okay, so today I'm joined by Juan Avila. He's a product manager at Research Solutions. And really, he's been instrumental in making this new Article Galaxy search happen. Welcome to the webinar, Juan.
Hey, Julia. Morning, everyone.
And my name, as you can already see, is Julia Heeson. I'm the Director of Growth Marketing here at Research Solutions. And as usual, if you join other webinars, I'll be your moderator today. Okay, so we'd really like to hear from you just to kick this off. Let me pull up this poll here. Okay, so how do you currently search for scientific literature? So the options that you can see here, and I believe this is multi-select, using traditional search tools with titles, abstracts, and keywords, or searching across multiple platforms separately, for example, PubMed, Google Scholar. Maybe it's using UIs, PubMed ID searches when you already know what you need, or something else, and feel free to add that in the chat. It's always nice to hear directly from you. Okay, let me give you just another few seconds here. Okay, I see something in the chat here, Science Direct AI, and then another one saying Scite, Perplexity, and Elicit. Awesome. Thank you for adding that. Okay, let's end the poll and I'll share the results with all of you. Okay, so up and foremost, using traditional search tools with titles, abstracts, and keywords. And then pretty much right below, across multiple platforms separately, PubMed, Google Scholar. Okay, so we definitely have a mix here, but it looks like those two are the top ones. Juan, is that in line with kind of what you
Absolutely. I
experienced?
think this aligned totally. I mean, how we design this new search. And as I said, it totally aligns. It doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, these results, so it's perfect, actually. So you're
Awesome.
going to
Well,
love this, all the audience that we have today.
great. Well, let's use that as a segue. Thank you, everyone, for filling that out. And then, Juan, really, the floor is yours.
All right. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna bring up now Article Galaxy, my Article Galaxy UI, all right? So hello, everyone. Good morning and good evening if we have people in the audience from the other side of the world. Thank you so much for joining this webinar today. The name again is Juan Avila. And before we dive into the Article Galaxy New Search demo, let me set the stage a little bit before, in case you're not familiar with Article Galaxy and would like to know what it is. And well, Article Galaxy is our main product from Research Solutions, and it really focuses around helping users discovering literature, doing things like searching for content, and help those users acquire that literature at the lowest possible cost. Also doing things like finding articles, wherever they may be, finding and delivering open access articles, helping organizations surface content that you subscribe to from any publisher, things like this. We also help organizations like yours to manage and collaborate around this literature. And this is something that Article Galaxy References does, which is another product we offer from the Research Solutions family of products. So to recap, Article Galaxy is our web solution that allow users to search, acquire, and manage scientific literature all in the same platform, everything under the same roof. Now let's get down to business and diving into our recently launched Article Galaxy News Search, which I'm going to be talking about over the next 15-20 minutes tops. I'll try to keep it short and concise, I promise. And I will show you the value you can get from this new search experience we offer when it comes to discover literature. And let me start by sharing why we've decided that we needed to improve our search offer. And the reason is quite simple, because you asked for it. Our end users asked for it. We reviewed our NPS score last quarter, and the main topic was that we needed to tweak our search. And it's quite a significant improvement, I'll tell you. So the takeaway is that we really love to listen to our user baseline, and we're always open for feedback. So it's always welcome. We always welcome feedback. And without further ado, let's dive in. Let's begin with the demo and show you what we got in the homepage. So you see here on the right side, the resources section, as you can see, still there. We know it's crucial for some users to have access to their company's resources. So we just tweak it a little, making this section a little more cozy, if you will. For those who are new to Article Galaxy, this section, it's where you can set up your own resources. Say you have an internal database, SharePoint, for instance, that is part of your workflow. We can set those up for you. Now we have the recent searches below, the recent searches, where we keep track of your recent searches up to 10. So you can revisit the same searches that you did before, DOIs, PubMed IDs, keywords. And the advanced search section, we have implemented a query builder here, right in the homepage, which allows more advanced users to build more specific queries and ultimately more refined results. So let me show you, for example, I'm gonna showcase this. So I'm gonna look for something with title of Prozac. I click add, and then I'm gonna switch to author, and I'm gonna use Miriam Fraser. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna hit search. And as you can see, it's gonna bring me just one result. This is the one I was looking for. So I'm good to go. So I'm going back to home. And as you can see, it's searching across things like, I'm gonna bring it back again. It's searching across things like title, author, abstract, even the full text extras, which I will talk about in a minute. However, the full text works thanks to our other AI-based product Scite. It is searching the full text of articles from Scite, and that is unique. As I said, I'll be talking a little bit more about this in just a minute. Now, we got the main search box. And moving on, and of course, this is where users can look up right away for specific DOIs and PubMed IDs and order those articles with zero hassle like they used to. So I will show you now. And as I could see in some of the results, some of you already know what you're looking for. You already have specific DOIs, specific PubMed IDs. So that's how it works. I mean, it's very, very simple. For example, look up for this particular DOI. I'm sorry, PubMed ID. So it's going to bring it up in a second. So as you can see, it's giving me the citation information, and it's letting me know how I can access this one. It's from open access. So now, for example, I'm going to look up for another article. This time I'm going to be using a DOI. So as you can see, it's taking me to this specific DOI, shows the citation information, the all the information that you're used to, title, authors, journals, publications, etc. I can look at abstracts from here. It tells me how I can access this. So as you can see here, if I go and order this article, it's going to be almost just one click. It depends on organizations. So the ability to order specific articles is just one click, as I said, or in some cases where users or administrators need to fill out all the required fields by their organizations. But basically, with the fewer possible clicks, and you're good to go. So for example, I'm gonna order this one. It's looking for it. It's working its magic. As you can see, I'm good to go. It's from open access, so I have it here in just seconds. It just works like magic, like I said. I really love this, by the way. So going back to our demonstration, and now one of the key improvements we launch in this new search is the discovery by keywords. As I also could see on the results that you sent us on the poll earlier. We know that the discovery using queries, using keywords is really important for you. So I'll show you how we tweak this, how we improve this. So you watch me querying for Prozac. I'm going to do the same thing just for Prozac this time as a keyword. It's a well-known commercial drug, and this is not sponsored by any means, by the way, but it will just help me demonstrate how this works. It will take me right into the search results UI, and it will highlight the keyword. And that's nice, right? You'll say like, one, that's pretty nice, but what's the real value? And the real value we're adding that it's actually searching within the full text excerpt provided by Scite AI data. And it shows me where those keywords are being mentioned. It will tell you what section Prozac is mentioning. So for example, in this case, if you see the top, the very first item, it says that it's mentioning introduction. If I scroll down, it will show me another sections. For example, this one that says Prozac to the rescue. It's kind of interesting, but that's how that section is named in the full text. So for example, this is the one I just looked up a few minutes ago. It's mentioned in the notes section, as you can see. It also shows the confidence level, which indicates the accuracy value of Scite's AI deep learning model of classification. In other words, and just play it simple, if the article found is being mentioned, supported, or contrasted, and what's the accuracy for that? So that's what this means. So for example, as you can see, the accuracy confidence, it's 99%. For this, I'll show you later in a few more minutes another examples, because you may say, well, Juan, it's showing always 99%, and that's rigged, right? Probably. But no, I will show you in a few more moments why it's not always the 99% for this accuracy level. So also, so people that are new to Oracle Galaxy, I'd like to share that we used to have an integration with ChatGPT that was similar in some way, but now we are leveraging our own AI data driven by our broader product site. And this is way more powerful and way more reliable because we are searching the full text indexed in the Scite data. And basically, this is a very useful for people who wants to know how and where their drug or product it's been mentioned or referenced across many search articles. So going back, to show you what is showing or what we're displaying on the UI, you can see that we are also showing a Scite badge for every citation when it's available. You'll see which this Scite badge informs you how that specific article, not the keywords, that's the difference between the full text excerpt and the Scite badge. This is looking at how this particular citation or article it's been cited by other articles. So as you can see in this case, for example, it says that this particular article repurposing a psychoactive drug for children, it's being cited by 8 publications. So far, it has 0 supporting for mentioning and no other articles are contrasting this particular article. So moving on, you can see here that we also have a save reference icon, which allows you to save that reference into Article Galaxy references if you license it. So, by the way, just a quick clarification in that Article Galaxy reference is another product that we offer here in Research Solutions. It's basically an add-on for Article Galaxy, and it will help you manage your literature. Basically, it's our reference manager. So as you can see here, I can save this citation in any folder, share folders that I have. I will not do that right now intentionally. So we show stuff like abstract. It's very useful for you. I mean, we're showing useful information that will display in the right pane, and it will highlight the keyword as well. We also, as you can see, show you how you can access those articles. As you can see, if I scroll up again, this one is giving me a price on the article. If I go and scroll down, you see that, for example, this one is open access, so I can access it right away. Some of those I already own them. They're living in my PDF library, so I can bring them up immediately from my PDF library. The literature that my organization already owns. It tells me also if, for example, I have a subscription, the company has holdings. It can tell me let me know that I can get, for example, this particular article, I can get it from a token package, stuff like that. So also we are looking at, as you can see, we are looking at some another buttons that we have here. Going back, that one specifically doesn't have any related articles. Now this one, for example, it's showing me articles recommended by our AI integration with Semantic Scholar. So if you're interested in any of those articles, you can click article details to order and get that PDF too. So as you can see, this also it's something that we are leveraging another AI integration that we have with Semantic Scholar. So we're not just recommended random articles, they are related to this specific article that you are looking at. So as you can see, also we are showing another button that is called reuse rights. And if you license our reuse rights feature, you can click and check how you can reuse that article upon your organization's licenses. So for example, this one, if I click on reuse rights, it's going to launch it in a different UI. It's going to query that specific article, and it will tell me accordingly to my subscriptions, to my licenses on my account. It will tell me how can I reuse that specific article, the nature of Prozac. So as you can see, probably the only one that I don't have granted permission is the TDM rights in this case. But just as a caveat, this is how I got my demo account. So it's just tweak for, in this case, like internal use, in my case, in product. So going back, that covers the citation information section, as you can see here in the box, what is highlighted. So if I go, for example, to the top, as you can see, my query is Prozac. I mean, it's pretty simple, but let's say that I'm looking for this particular drug, as I said before, right? So it lists the numbers of results, in this case, 3,280 results. And the results can be filtered. As you can see, we integrated. This is something that also a lot of people requested, having filters, the ability to filter out the information we're showing. So as you can see, you can filter by publication type, journals, topics, editorial notices, authors, affiliations. You can filter by year, sections, and types. These types, as I explained before, you can try to look for specific types, like if any article are supporting or they are contrasting or they are mentioning a specific, for example, drug or specific keywords, you can do that. For example, I'm going to show you in this case, I'm going to hit, for example, supporting. I'm going to filter those out. It's going to run a query again. It's going to highlight the keyword. And as you can see here, the confidence level in this case, it got lowered by 43%. But as you can see, it's not hard-coded. I mean, it's not, just magic that everything is 99%. As you can see, it's very reliable information. Now you see that it's the confidence level is changing. So that way you can see that it's actual information, what you're querying on. I'm sorry. I will not check each one of these filters intentionally because it would take me a long time, and I like to keep it short as I promised. But they will help you narrow down and refine your results. So also you can see here that we have a sorting functionality on top right, where you can sort the search results by date published from recent to oldest, from most to least cited. And the default that we have, it's by relevancy. So now you also see that we added another functionality, so you can export results in the most common formats, RAS, XLS, and CSV. And you can either export the results showing on the screen, or all the screens, all the results that you got up to 500. Okay, so I'm looking at something else that maybe slip in my mind, but I think so far it's almost everything. And let me just double check real quick. Nope, I think well, probably that's all I got right now. I mean, there you have it. I hope you found this presentation useful. That's how I conclude my demo today. Thank you for your time, and back to you, Julia.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Juan. I do see that we already have some questions. Before we dive into your questions, couple things quickly. So if you like what you saw today and you're not currently an Article Galaxy user, subscriber, feel free to reach out via the link that I'm adding in the chat right now. Also, if you are a user or a customer, but maybe you saw something today that you don't see on your end, you don't have access to, or really any other more in-depth question, feel free to reach out either directly to your account manager, or if you're not sure who that is, you can also reach out via that same link that I just sent, and then it'll direct you to the right person directly. Okay, one more call out here before we dive into the Q&A on the next slide. Just wanted to mention that we recently published this free ebook. It talks a bit more about Scite, which Juan mentioned as well. It's $1 billion blind spot, how Scite's contextual search analysis protects pharmaceutical investments. So if that sounds relevant to you or interesting, as I mentioned, it's a free downloadable, and I'm adding the link in the chat here as well, just for quick access. Okay, so let's see. The first question, Juan, is what about searching standards from this new search bar?
Could you repeat the question, Julia? I think I didn't.
Sure, yeah. What about searching standards from this new search bar? If we need some more clarification for that.
Yeah, if I mean, the people who asked this, I mean, it's a good question, but if you can elaborate a little bit more on this,
Absolutely.
I'd be
Yes,
glad to.
please. Awesome. The next question is the full text excerpt an AI generated text or a passage extracted as it is from the full text?
That's a really good question. I mean, it's been found in the full text on that specific article. So in this case, it's information that it's indexed in Scite. So basically what we're doing, it's leveraging that information that is indexed inside. We are integrating this via API. So basically consuming an API from our broader product side. So it's not really AI generated. It's more like, it's kind of I'm trying to find out the better way to explain this. Basically, what it is, it's an in-house model. I mean, we're not relying on OpenAI and another model of AI. It's an in-house model engineered by our developers, engineers inside. So what it does, it's querying, it's searching the full text of that specific article. So it's not really generating this text. It's an actual excerpt from that full text article.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Juan, for explaining. That was a
Great
really good
question.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great question. Yeah.
Okay, the next question. Do we only get vertical cite badges if we have an Article Galaxy subscription that includes references?
That's a good question. And yes, I mean, right now, this is a very like a customized design for the site badge. That's a really good question, by the way. As you can see, we're still tweaking a lot. I mean, we are open, as I said. This is something that we just released about probably almost a month ago. So we're receiving continuous feedback. We really love to get feedback from our end users. So that said, we're still tweaking some stuff in our new search. And I think that's a really good piece of feedback. But answer the question directly, we don't have a vertical design right now in references. We are aiming and we are looking to standardize everything, keep consistency in UI UX. So it's something that is going to be coming up for sure.
Okay,
Good
great.
question.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question and comment is, we hear a lot about retracted articles, retracted for various reasons. Is Article Galaxy or Scite or references alerting users to retracted articles?
No, I mean, that's another good question and another good piece of feedback. I mean, we don't have right now like that feature of, notifying someone. You can query though for contrasted or contradicting articles, but no, unfortunately, I mean that would be a really nice to have or a really tweak to our system, but currently we don't offer that feature.
Yeah, I really like this idea though.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the next one. Thanks. The new search looks interesting. In particular, the reach into full text, although limited to citation contexts. How does the breadth of sources compare to, let's say, Google Scholar?
Again, yeah, I mean that's another terrific question. I mean that's a really valid one. We rely on, again, I'm going to try to explain it again. Well, not again. I mean, I'm going to not use the same words, but we're basically leveraging that's the information driven by site. So we're not using really Google Scholar. We are not using any other source. In this case, as I said, it's an in-house AI model that was engineered by Scite. So we are leveraging that information from Scite, exclusively from Scite. It's a proprietary AI model, which brings me to, by the way, something that I like to mention because it's something that we have received from users. Probably a little confusion because if you saw on the homepage, it said that our new search is powered by Scite, right? And you may be asking, because as I said, it's generating some confusion in some users. What does that mean, right? What means that it's powered by Scite? Does that mean that I also have access to Scite as well? And well, the answer is actually no. I mean, as I said, we're leveraging that part of Scite, but the integration does not provide complementary access to Scite's standalone platform or subscription services. In that case, I'm no expert on Scite. We have our colleagues that they are really, really expert on that product. But if you're interested, you can reach out anytime for sure. And they will answer any questions you have about Scite. But I just like to clarify that because I think it's something that some users get confused to. Unfortunately, this is not granting you access to the whole functionalities of Scite. We are leveraging that piece of Scite, which is querying or searching the full text that are indexed in Scite.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for clarifying that. What is the coverage of the Scite database, like where the excerpts are from?
That's another terrific question. And as you may know, I mean, this is a kind of a living thing, meaning a living database. So as far as I know, the most recent articles that article is that site is indexing, it's so far 2025. But for sure, they are working on adding more and more newest or recent articles. So I'd say that so far it's up to 2025 data.
Great. And talking about coverage of Scite, I'll add a link here in the chat that talks about kind of like Scite's coverage a little bit, if you want to take a look at that a bit further. And yeah, as Juan mentioned, Scite is part of the Research Solutions product family. So if you are a current Article Galaxy customer and you want to learn more about Scite or just understand it a bit more, see it in action, definitely feel free to reach out to them or via that sales link that I sent in the chat earlier. Okay, the next question. How is the percentage level of supporting evidence determined?
That's another great question. And another, the way I could answer that, as I said, not into the model, how it's working. It's something that probably my colleagues on site should be able to answer better than me. But I can tell you again, it's being trained by a lot of articles that site is basically referencing and sorry, and indexing in their solution. So what I can tell you, what I know is that it's relying on this AI model that they're engineered. So again, that's another terrific question, which honestly, also I like to know that. So for sure, I'm gonna look into that myself, and I can get you another answer.
Yeah, we can take that question definitely offline and get back to you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's an interesting one as well. Juan, can you elaborate what the AI influence of the new search is?
Hmm.
Kind of like, is
Well,
it the full text search? Like where does AI come in here?
it's really querying. In this case, probably was a very generic example, the one that I show, because it was just like not a generic, but a well-known drug product. But again, what it's doing, it's querying and basically running that query against that AI model, and it's leveraging everything that is referencing in this case. For example, those or hitting or matching that specific keywords, the keyword in this case, or those specific keywords. That's how it's basically working in this case, querying. Again, the uh, the information index inside.
Awesome. That actually leads me to the next question. Can you explain what Scite actually is?
Sure. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, probably because a lot of people could be like, "Yeah, what the hell is site, right?" You're mentioning just a lot. You're saying site a lot, but we don't know what that is. And site is another product from our company, Research Solutions. It's an AI-powered search tool that analyzes and provides context for citations in scientific articles. It offers a way to understand how publication is cited by others, including whether the citation provides supporting or contrasting evidence for the cited claim. So Scite's Smart Citations feature helps researchers evaluate the credibility and impact of scholarly articles. So as I said, as you can see, it's a really AI-driven solution. So I'm guessing if you are interested in that, for sure you can reach out, and someone from Scite definitely will get in touch.
100%. Okay, are the abstracts taken from the papers or are they AI generated?
That's another terrific question, and I'm glad that you're asking. They are taken right from the article. This is not generated by AI by any means.
Okay, great. I think I've called out all questions. If I missed anyone, definitely feel free to ping me. Let me see if we have something else. Oh, yeah, I do see one question here in the chat. Do you have access to both paywall and open access content?
Terrific question, and the short answer is yes. We offer those access. Yeah, for sure.
Great. Okay, it looks like we've got the questions answered. If any additional questions come up later, though, you know how to find us, how to reach out to us. Also, that email, the reminder about the webinar, that was me. So feel free to hit reply there, and we'd be happy to take any additional questions later today as well. Okay, before we sign off from this webinar, we'd really love to hear, as Juan mentioned, really this new search was shaped by our users, by our customers, probably by a lot of you on the call here today. So kind of based on what you've seen today, or if you're already a user and you've been in the new search already over the past few weeks, we'd love to know your initial thoughts and honestly, what could make this even better or more powerful to you. So let me pull this up. And of course, this is launch. Here you go. Not mandatory, but if something comes to mind, we definitely love to hear your thoughts and your comments. Okay, let me see. While people fill this in, I don't know, do we have another question here? Can you show a before answer example, for example, with versus without AI?
That's kind of a tricky question because there's no like a switch to turn the AI off. So I think that would not be possible. I mean, probably only, I mean, on the old search that we had, because we didn't really rely on any AI at all. We only rely on that ChatGPT integration that I mentioned before. But it was just really querying. We were querying at that point, or at that in that moment of time, we were querying open AI. So it was not searching at all, you know, the full text search.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, Juan. And good question. Also, if you were looking for something additional, if we misunderstood your question, also feel free to just follow up with us here. Awesome. I also see a few answers here. Thank you so much for providing that feedback. That definitely makes it better. Okay, well, I think honestly, with that being said, we covered what we wanted to cover. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time today to join us, to participate with your questions, with your feedback, with a poll. Thank you so much, Juan, for walking us through what this new search looks like. And yeah, as we mentioned, if any other comments or feedback or questions come up, we're definitely here to help. And you can expect to receive the recording in about an hour or two from me.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you, everyone. It was really, I enjoyed actually engaging into this QA live session. So it was really useful. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, have a great rest of your day, everyone. See ya.